Tonight, there was confirmation of what many had suspected. Iran now admits its forces shot down a Ukrainian plane over Tehran, killing 176 people, including 57 Canadians. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the admission is an important first step, but many more still need to be taken to provide answers the families want and deserve.
What Iran has admitted to is very serious. Shooting down a civilian aircraft is horrific. Iran must take full responsibility. Canada will not rest until we get the accountability, justice, and closure that the families deserve.
Canada sent 3 consular officials to Tehran. They arrived this afternoon, and their presence is seen as a positive sign that a full investigation may take place, in the hopes of ensuring a tragedy like this never happens again. Michael Couture has our top story tonight.
I am, of course, outraged and furious.
The Prime Minister echoing the feelings of a nation. Justin Trudeau spoke with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani early this morning, and he said admitting its military mistakenly shot down the passenger plane is a good first step. But the next one is even more important.
It is likely that they will be full participants and fully allow a credible, independent international investigation with all partners involved.
That call for full transparency is also coming from Iran's own people. Thousands took to the streets, demanding the country's leaders step down, also shouting shame on the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. When I confirmed what happened, I wished I were dead, said this military commander. He explained the military mistook the plane for a hostile target. While the apology and admission are appreciated by Canadians mourning loved ones, frustration remains.
Clarity is the most important thing here. It may relieve a small piece of this great loss.
Everyone wants that clarity about exactly what happened, but it's turned into a blame game. Iran's government says the downing of the plane was the result of human error and U.S. adventurism. On the West Block this week, staff writer for The Atlantic, David Frum, says the responsibility is shared.
So it's Iran's crime. The Iranians acted and the Iranians killed. But this crime occurred in the context of an escalation that the United States also contributed to, and contributed to under false pretenses.
Trudeau hopes Iran taking responsibility for the downing of the plane is a signal of more transparency with this regime.
Prime Minister, despite the fact that the Iranian government has taken responsibility for this, how can you have any faith in them given they lied about this for 3 days?
I think that is a very real question that many people are asking. We're seeing Iran allow Canadian investigators to participate in the crash investigation, but we are going to look for tangible examples of real collaboration.
Trudeau hopes to see more cooperation and tangible examples in the days to come. Michael Couture, Global News, Ottawa.
For more on what the Canadian government is doing to help the victims' families, head to globalnews.ca/globalnational. Flight 752 was headed to Ukraine, and tonight there is anger there over the latest developments. Many say they want Iran to be held accountable. Global's Europe Bureau Chief Crystal Goomansingh is in Kyiv tonight.
Simply saying the plane is enough to get reaction on the streets of Kyiv. One young woman described the tragic loss of life as topic number 1. In this country, there is frustration and shock. The president of Ukraine Airlines emphatically stated crews had no warning. No word of a threat was shared when the plane headed to Tehran or when it was on its way back. All 176 people on board that plane were killed, including 11 Ukrainians. Ukraine was able to get investigators on the ground in Iran. Canada has had to rely on that team for information about the site.
Він приніс офіційні вибачення.
In an address to his people posted on Facebook, the president of Ukraine said that he has insisted Iran immediately complete the identification of the bodies and their return to Ukraine, adding the perpetrators must be held accountable. But for some, accountability starts with an apology.
he said it like it was a minor mistake. Like, yeah, it was a minor crash. No, not a big deal. It is a big deal. And that's not how you're supposed to say it. You are supposed to come to Ukraine. You're supposed to do this here in our land. You're supposed to do it in Canada because so many Canadians have fallen victims of this event.
Ukraine is offering about $8,000 in financial compensation to the families of the citizens who lost relatives. And it says it will push Iran to provide separate compensation.
There is still a rawness to the pain here. As for the bodies of the victims, they could be repatriated next week. There is still a lot of work to be done in terms of the investigation, however, and France has offered Ukraine expert help in analyzing the data from the black boxes. Robin?
Crystal Goomansingh in Kyiv, Ukraine.